everybody. Welcome to tonight's River Channel broadcast. We have a regional girls soccer action here. This is where the rubber meets the road. We have the visiting Chippewa Falls High School Cardinals in white, playing from right to left on your screen, and the hometown Hudson Raiders in blue, playing from left to right on your screen. And when I say the rubber meets the road tonight, that's because these are the games that if you win, you play on. If you lose, then the match is over. The season's over for you. So it's all on the line now, and means a lot to these girls either way. So should be a fun matchup here. The rain has gone away, and the air quality, a little bit of the fire smoke in the air from those Canadian fires, but nothing too bad. The Raiders take a big, long poke at it. Haley Huntley, and sends it wide. It'll be a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. We have some very helpful helpers around the field today, helping fetch balls when they go out so that we can keep pace with the game. And here we go. These two teams have played each other this year already. It was a big win for the Raiders, but Chippewa Falls did not have their starting goalkeeper at that time, which certainly had an impact on things for them. So, but we'll see what tonight's game brings. The winner tonight will play Saturday. Depends who wins this match as to when and where they play. If the Raiders win, we will play here at Hudson Raider Stadium at some point on Saturday. So big chip in by Salama, chested in by, is that Holter? Oh, Ava Brown with the goal for the Raiders, chested it into the goal off the corner kick, or off the cross by Salama. So assist to number 2, Maggie Salama. Goal by number 3, Ava Brown.
That's a goal for your Raiders, number 3, Ava Brown.
All right, folks. So the Raiders draw first early blood. It was actually just a great cross by Salama. Very difficult for it was just really a well-placed ball, and Brown went in to take the ball anyway it would hit her, and hit her in the chest and right into the goal. That counts as much as anything. So great score by Ava Brown. It's Ava's 3rd goal of the season. And Raiders start out on top here. Tillman with a nice power header over. Inadvertent handball on the Cardinals, be a Raiders free kick here. As usual, we always like to invite our listeners to drop a note in the YouTube chat of who you are watching and rooting for and where you're from. We'll always love to know where you're from. Ooh, quick blast by the Raiders. And Tessa Roach makes the save there this time for Chippewa Falls. That was a good little, for having feet planted, that was a pretty powerful shot. So nicely timed on the bounce there on that shot. But nice save by Tessa Roach. Salama's back at it in the corner. Oh, nice quick turn by Maggie. Another nice chip across. Oh, wow. It's holy cats. Ava Brown. Ooh. Calling something here. I'm not sure what. Oh, got an injury. Okay. Ava Brown again. She tried to hit, I think, use her hip. I'm going to watch the replay quick. Comes through off the goalie's hands. Yeah, Ava Brown. First she scores off her chest, then she almost scores off like a hip move. You do what you got to do, though. I like it. And but that was just punched by the goalkeeper, and I think it hit both, maybe the post, and it definitely hit the crossbar. So that was a wild play. We do have a player leaving the game for Chippewa Falls, and we're going to hope everything's okay, and she returns to the game after a little bit of time with the trainer maybe, but the Raiders take off with a goal kick here. Looks like Maggie McConnell in the corner there, corner kick specialist. Headed out nicely by the Cardinals. Back to McConnell, who's going to put another chip in. Sends it in quick. Oh, wow. Salama got a nice foot on that. Maybe not quite as much power as she wanted, but just to get that shot on goal is pretty impressive. But went right at goalkeeper Tessa Roach, who was able to make the save. So some exciting action here in the first few minutes of the Raiders' regional matchup here against Chippewa Falls. This broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel, and we're, as usual, very happy to have all of you tuning in wherever you're at, and whether you are a Raiders fan or a Cardinals fan, it's good to have you tuning in. Throw in here for the Raiders. That's going to be Raina Fort getting ready to take that throw. Weather really turned out nice here tonight. It kind of rained for the last 24 hours here in Hudson and just let up maybe a couple hours ago. Temperature's reasonable. A little bit of that smoke in the air like I mentioned earlier. Quick play in there, a little bit wide. I like that. I like those little chip shots going a little bit wide. Keeps the goalie out of the picture. They got to stay honest and stay near the goal. Raiders will get a corner kick here. And this is going to be Haley Huntley, sophomore player for the Raiders. That's a very nice one as well. Oh, that was a very nice cross. Good attempt by the Raiders there on the score. That's Ransonici who ran in to meet that ball. And I think the Raiders feel like they got something going maybe on those corner kicks. It's their third legitimate opportunity off a corner kick. So they're going to keep at that. Chippewa Falls on the ball now. Got the ball, trying to send a through ball through, but the Raiders had too much D back. In this kind of situation, even with a one-goal lead, you want to really do everything you can to hold that lead. So the Raiders' defense will probably be extra strong here. Midfielders hustling back to help. Little miscue there by Chippewa Falls, and it's going to give the Raiders another corner kick. So we'll see what they can do with it this time. Today was the last day of school here in Hudson High School. So here's the corner kick. Huntley with another nice ball. Gets over the goalkeeper's head, and nobody's there for it. And Chippewa Falls going for, trying to push it up. Success with that. Nice little ball up, but a little bit off target, and Tillman picks it up, and the Raiders reload. As I understand it, our broadcast is not connected to the scoreboard like it usually is, so I will periodically make sure I share the score with you, and if I forget, somebody drop a chat in and remind me. So right now our score is Raiders 1, Cardinals 0. We're at about little over the 7-minute mark into the match. Haley Huntley lining up to take another kick. Maggie McConnell usually takes those, but not a bad idea to have another person taking these kicks in case you have injuries or other things going on. It's a nice quick play there. Ransonici gets her head on it, moving backwards and gets her head on it, and just sends it wide. So Raiders seem to be at almost full power. They played the last few games a little undermanned for a lot of reasons, and those games didn't necessarily mean much. The last couple games, of course, you do want to win them, but these are the games now that matter for everything for these girls. So it's good to have some of the players back who have been out for a bit, and we'll see what kind of impact that has. Salama brings it down, brings it across. Roach taps it down and is able to pick it up, and Chippewa falls with the punt. So some people might see that play there with Maggie Salama on the sideline, and it maybe looked like the ball had gone out. Technically in soccer, the ball is not out of bounds unless it entirely crosses the line, the sideline. And unlike other sports, that can be if the ball is in the air or on the ground. So, so there you go. In case you didn't know that, now you know it. About 9 minutes into the match, comes a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. So yeah, this was the last day of school for the Hudson girls. The seniors have been out for about a week and a half. They get around Memorial Weekend. They were done and graduated, so they'd kind of been living on a no school plan here for about a week and a half. But the rest of the girls now, today was the last day, so they'll be able to enjoy sleeping in tomorrow a bit. You know, if a victory is to be had today by the Raiders, then they'll probably have some training the rest of the week to get ready for the next match on Saturday. And Fort with a nice takeaway there, spreads it out wide nicely to Ferrara. Puts a big hard cross on, skims it off Rampton, kind of skeeters past Ava Brown, and that's going to be a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. Now about 10 minutes into the first half, Raiders continue to lead 1-0. Who won the lacrosse game? Hudson? Hudson girls lacrosse team continues to shine. Prior to this match, they had probably a sectional match for that against Wanakee High School and won by 24-2. 24-2? 21-5. So big victory for the Raiders. I don't know where that puts them in their quest for state, but it's got to be close. Both Hudson lacrosse teams. Ooh, Cardinals get some penetration deep into the territory, and we'll end up with a goal kick for the Raiders. But Chippewa Falls getting that ball down there now, looking to do a little damage of their own. Try to level this score out. All right, they're on it again. They get a little through ball through, but easily handled by Hannah Kendhammer and followed in by Maggie McConnell. Britta Holter on the kick, up to Lindsay Ferrara, who sends it out wide to Salama. Good ball movement by the Raiders there. Lots of good passing up the field here by the Raiders. This is what's going to serve them well. Ransonici with a nice cut in, another cut across. She's going to line up for that left and sends it through, but I think we had an offsides call. Oh, we got a whole bunch of people coming in. In for the Cardinals, number 14, Ashlyn Majeski, and number 20, Anna Ebner. In for the Raiders, number 4, Ella Bast, number 17, Matea Langenal, and number 21, Lily Rouleau. All right, Raiders get it up. Looks like ref was calling for another offsides, but referee is going to let that one go for a The actual rule, every penalty called in soccer is only called by the center ref. So the ARs can give their opinions and thoughts of what they see, but ultimately every penalty is called by the center ref, and sometimes he sees it differently. That was the case here. This AR thought there may have been offsides, raised the flag. The ref was there. He did not call it, which means he saw it differently, and that's kind of how soccer works. So not always. It's a little irritating to fans at times, but you live and die by that. So Raiders now on it. Holter with the ball. Gets it up to Elabast. Into Ramthen, who's going to try to sneak one through. Quite a few Cardinal legs and bodies there to get through, but Raiders will have a throw in here at about the 14, moving into the 14.5-minute mark. The Raiders continuing to lead 1-0. Raiders had sort of a cold streak at the end of the season without having wins in 4 of their last 5 matches were either losses or ties, and but they did pick up a victory last Thursday against New Richmond, which was good to get them back on track. And then, like I said, they are now very healthy, and that's going to set them up well. Ooh. Tillman with a little left-footed shot in there. I'm not sure if she was shooting or just kind of hoping that it might sneak through as a through ball, but either way it was kind of a nice play, but just a little too much on the ball. Fort over to Rouleau, and then back to Tillman, and then all the way over to Langenau. Now header through. Rampton's got a shot at this one. Blasts it. Shot was fairly close to Roach, so she was able to deflect it, but again, kind of bouncing off the goal, and very close, but no score there for Rampton. It was a nice play, but got some fans trying to call the game, as you may hear it. Foul did call on the Raiders there. A little bit of too much contact, and it'll be a free kick for the Cardinals at about the 16-minute mark. Big ball in there by Joy Bainan. Taken by the Raiders. Tillman on it, carrying it up. Tillman send that ball wide to Langenau. Huntley on it, brings it back to Holter, up to Langenau again, who's going to use her speed. Gets around, sends a little cross, but good cutoff by Chippewa Falls on that. Langenau again on, trying to send a little chip across, just doesn't get under it quite enough. Rampton with a blast from distance, and picked up by Tessa Roach again. Nice play by Maggie McConnell. Little cut and then nice pass over. Raiders are going to bring it back to the defense and reload. Kick here for, oh no, free kick, must have been offsides. I was wondering why they weren't bringing the subs in. Ball over. Huntley brings Brings it back to Holter. He's going to have to hustle. Gets over there. Little misplay there by Chippewa Falls, and the Raiders will hold the throw in.
Number 16, Paige Prokopinski, in for the Cardinals. And in for the Raiders, number 5, Chloe Gregerson, and number 16, Chloe Nell.
All right, here we go. Holter with the throw. Down the line, trying to get it to Ramthen. A lot of defense there, but Ramthen somehow ends up on it. It's a little bit sandwiched, and it's going to end up being a goal kick for the Cardinals. We're at about the 19-minute mark, almost halfway through the first half. Our score, Raiders 1, Cardinals 0. Low kick by Roach. Bass tried to pick that up, but took a mean hop, and it goes out. It'll be a Raiders throw on the far sideline. Raider girls seem like they have plenty of energy. Last day of school can sometimes suck the energy out of young people. Lots of fun being had. Lots of activities, things like that. But these Raider girls seem more than ready for today's game. Quick take by the Cardinals, but Tillman gets back on it and tries to send it out wide. Going to be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Chloe Nell on the sideline trying to get to that ball, kind of shielded off, but did her best to get on that ball. Now I got a throw in for the Cardinals. Oh, actually a kick. Not exactly sure what was called there then. Must have been a push or something that they didn't like. Sometimes when players shield the ball a little bit like the Cardinals were doing, the other side will do a little pushing from behind, and sometimes it's a little much. Didn't see that one though, so looks like we have a good crowd tuning in tonight. Thanks everybody for tuning into the River Channel. If the Raiders hold on and win, we'll be broadcasting again this Saturday. Time to be determined should the Raiders hold on to this victory. Ramthen on it, brings it back to Rouleau. Stays on it nicely and sends it back to Nevaeh. Gets it up to Ramthen. Does a little step over, tries to sneak it up to Ella Bass, but just too much. Be a throw or a goal kick here for the Cardinals.
In for the Cardinals, number 7, Akila Whalen. Number 17, Leah Walbrandt back in the game.
Connell with some nice footwork there to get open and create some space. Gets the ball out to Ramthen, who's going to take it to the corner and try to get a turn and a cross. Good defensive play by the Cardinals there. Ramthen back on it though, and now she gets across. Actually gets a shot, and that's going in. Wow, what a play by Ramthen. I think she was trying to get across there, but had the nice angle into the corner, and that's going to give the Raiders a 2-0 goal on the unassisted goal by number 22, Natalie Ramthen.
Number 22, Natalie Ramthen with the goal for your Raiders.
Raiders holding 2-0 lead, and that was a tough one. There's not a lot Tessa Roach, Chippewa Falls goalkeeper, could do about that one. She was playing it right. She had to cut the angle, and that ball just had the trajectory that wasn't going to miss in the upper far corner. And it's not a great feeling for any goalkeeper, but not a lot Tessa could have done to do anything about that. So, but a heck of a play by Natalie Ramthen, because she drove that ball once and was denied and got it back, and the second time did what she was hoping to do. So 2-0 Raiders at about the 23-minute mark. This Raider team, as I've mentioned before, that's out to Langenau in some space. She's winding up. Gets a good shot off. Puts a little side spin, takes it off goal though. And but I like taking that shot. That's a good choice by Matea. Oh, nice cut back there. Whoa, what a play. Oh, that was nice. Chloe Nell with a very nice cross in. It gets to Ramthen, who almost got a blast off from point-blank range, but was denied. But that was a really nice all-around play by the Raiders.
Number 15, Lindsay Ferrara, back in the game for the Raiders.
Big kick by Tessa Roach, senior goalkeeper of the Cardinals. Tillman's on it, trying to feed it through. Bast fighting for that ball. Eventually picked up by Chloe Gregerson and deflected out by the Cardinals. Will be a Raiders corner kick.
In for the Raiders, number 10, Caitlin Sanders, and number 12, Kelsey Roeder.
All right, corner kick here. Maggie McConnell on this one. Puts a light chip on, and picked up by Tessa Roach. And Chippewa Falls will try to push this ball up the field and get their offense going. Tillman with a great head over there. Nice play. Seen a lot more, I think I'd say, really positive energy out of the Raiders today than at the start of previous games. So it's serving them well. Chip in. Kelsey Roeder. Denied by Tessa Roach, but it was a long ball there. But you never know. Chippewa Falls staying strong, trying to get that ball into their offensive end, but the Raiders get it out to Langenau. Couldn't quite get around on that. It's not easy to be running full speed and cross a ball like that. You really have to kind of get your body in the proper alignment to do it right, and sometimes it just doesn't go right. Langenau picks this one off now, sends it in. The in and out, there we go. Try to spread that ball back out to Langenau, but gets picked off. Caitlin Sanders in there. Langenau trying to get it up to Ferrara. think there's a little miscommunication there. I think Langenau thought maybe Chloe Gregerson was going to run towards the corner. She thought Ferrara was maybe going to keep the ball, and so it happens.
Number 13, Morgan Monroe, in for the Raiders.
A lot of action from Langenau on this right side. Gets it into Ferrara, who gets disrupted by number 10, Jillian Wick. Good defense there by the Cardinals. Cardinals are being under a lot of pressure. Their defense is playing quite well. 11 shots by the Raiders, 2 goals. But the amount of time spent in the Raiders' offensive end has been a lot, and the defense for Cardinals is holding strong. Good throw in there by Keela Whalen gets called for the foot fault apparently, and that'll be just a switch around. It'll be a Raiders throw. Hey. Ball gets in, knocked out off of the Cardinals. It'll be another Raiders throw.
Pretty well. Nate was on the phone with Ken, trying to get the scoreboard thing, but it didn't seem to ring.
Turn in there by Ella Bast. Knocked out by the Cardinals, and that'll be a Raiders corner kick, it looks like. Okay. Maggie McConnell hustling up to take that kick.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, is your name Nico? Okay, Nico. Nice to meet you. Derek.
Comes McConnell. Nice ball there, a little long. Maybe tipped over just a hair by Tessa Roach of the Cardinals, and eventually out. It'll be a throw-in for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Should I could increase that. So.
Good shot there by, I think that was Ferrara, but set up by Lily Rouleau, and but a good save by Tessa Roach. She's doing all she can to keep the score as close as possible and see if they can put something on the board here. We're now at about the 31-minute mark. That means we have about 9 minutes left in this first half. Raiders continue to lead. Score is 2-0.
Yeah, it looks like everything's synced up with the Dextronics, but yeah. Okay.
Big clear by Chippewa Falls, picked off by Britta Holter. Sends it out wide to Langenau. It's got a little speed, gets across, puts a hard cross on. Sometimes when you're running fast, you just put a little more on it than you really want to because your kick kind of matches your speed, and that was a little tough to handle, but good hustle by Langenau.
Number 4, Alana Radke Gomez back into the match, and number 20, Anna Ebner in for the Cardinals.
Back and forth by the Raiders defense. Always good to see your defense moving the ball around well. Ball sneaks through up to Ella Bast. Kelsey Roeder sends it out to Holter, who's going to pop it up the middle and see what happens, but Again, Tessa Roach there to pick it off. Ball gets out to Tillman. He's going to carry it. Gets it into Rouleau and eventually taken back by Tessa Roach. Bass trying to find an angle, too much defense though, so sends it out wide and just gets away a little bit. That'll be a goal kick. Actually, corner kick for the Raiders, and we have a bunch of subs.
In for your Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama. Number 3, Ava Brown. Number 18, Alyssa Raven. And number 25, Lauren Voss.
All right, corner kick for the Raiders here. It's moving into the 35th minute of the first half. That ball's tight in, and oh, darn. Lily Rouleau, the great. She was right where she wanted to be, but kind of lifting her knee to meet that ball and popped it up. Easy to do, but a great play. Lily was super close, and next one will likely be hers in the back of the net. So good play by the Raiders, and Chippewa Falls with the goal kick. So we will take a 10-minute break at halftime here at the River Channel. So we invite everyone who's tuning in, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, to also take a 10-minute break and come on back for what should be an exciting second half. Here comes the Raiders again. Lots of close calls. Salama trying to get her body on that one to make something happen, but again, Tessa Roach there, making a big difference in this match so far. Her aggressive play and sure hands and goal making a difference for Chippewa Falls. Ball comes back to McConnell. Sends it out wide to Salama. Nice tap down move by Maggie there. Another throw in here for the Raiders at the 36-minute mark. For our little give and go, but a little too much on that ball, and there'll be a throw in for the Cardinals. Raiders bring it on back. Gets it out wide. Picks it off. Quick play there. Lots of oof. Again, a close call. It's going to be another corner kick for the Raiders at about the 37-minute mark. Ava Brown lining up to take that kick. Again, another corner kick opportunity put on goal. But Tessa Roach there to deny the score. Nice ball by Ava Brown there. Ball gets in again to Tessa Roach. Puts the punt on it, trying to get her offensive team, part of the team, rolling here. But the Raiders' defense and midfield doing a great job of keeping the ball in their offensive half. Here's Rouleau. She's going to bring it back to Holter. Puts a big wide cross on to Brown. Cardinals on the attack, but the ball just drifts away a bit, and the Raiders Maggie McConnell able to pick it off. A little harassing play by Cardinals center striker, number 4, Alana Radke Gomez, trying to keep the ball down there. Ball sneaks through there, down to about a minute and a half. So folks, again, out there watching our broadcast via YouTube or Facebook, we'll see you back at halftime after a 10-minute break very shortly.
One minute.
Cardinals putting together a little bit there, but again denied by the Raiders defense, and we'll have a Cardinals throw-in. We're now pushing into the final moments of the first half. Raiders continue to lead 2-0 over the Chippewa Falls High School Cardinals. Little push-off foul on the Raiders. Now down to 30 seconds in the half. Big kick here for the Cardinals. Probably their last shot at something this half if they hurry up. Ball gets up, kind of goes off the foot wrong. It's going to drift out of bounds. And that's going to be a Raiders throw, and we'll be done with the half. See you back in 10 minutes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's halftime, folks. Your score, Hudson Raiders 2, Chippewa Falls Cardinals 0. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Lots of tasty treats at the concession stand, so pay a visit.
Hey, how's it going? All right, everybody, we are tuned back in here at the River Channel for the second half of tonight's regional playoff matchup between the visiting Chippewa Falls Cardinals, who are just taking the field here. They are in white. They'll now be playing this half from left to right on your screen. And the hometown Raiders of Hudson High School in blue, playing from right to left. The Raiders hold a 2-0 edge. Chippewa Falls, not a lot of offensive opportunities, but their defense and goalkeeping have definitely kept them in this match so far. So I did a little homework at halftime, and in our region, Eau Claire Memorial won the Big Rivers Conference and gained the #1 seed in the region, and our Raiders here are number 2. So a victory tonight, whoever wins this match is going to take on the winner of the number 3 seeded Wausau West or number 6 Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And the Raiders get one over and sneak it in. Wow. That was very fast. Natalie Ramthen with her second goal of the night.
It's number 22, Natalie Ramthen with the goal for your Raiders.
So quick strike, again, sort of a non-typical kind of score there, sneaking in from a tough angle and just maybe even surprising to Tessa Roach, but best Tessa could do on that is deflect because it was a blast, and Raiders expand their lead 3-0 there. So if the Raiders win today, hold on and win, they'll play Saturday against the winner of Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School, and that'll be here at Hudson's Raider Stadium. If Chippewa Falls can pull out the victory, they will most likely go on the road to either Wausau West or Wisconsin Rapids because of their lower seed. Push off by the Raiders will be a free kick here for Chippewa Falls. We're looking tough to get something on the board here. Tillman with a nice take there on the fly, carries it up. No need to pass if nobody's on you. Carries it up. A little too much of a lead and a little too much heat on that ball. That'll be a Chippewa Falls throw-in. Eau Claire Memorial, number 1 seed, is taking on Eau Claire North tonight. So battle of the Eau Claires. And the winner of that game will take on either Stevens Point or DC Everest. So some good matches coming up. And it's all sudden death, though. So whoever wins continues, and whoever loses is done for the season. So Raiders are going to be working hard to keep their season alive. There we go. We have my favorite, the Wicker Woman, tuning in. Catherine here from Hudson cheering on Lily Rouleau and the Raiders. Good to have you tuning in, and it's been a great match so far. Again, Ramthan on it, hits the post, sends it out wide. So again, we're not able to broadcast the scoreboard, so I will do my best to keep reminding you of how much time is left and what the score is. If I forget, somebody just pop something in the chat. That's a pretty good reminder for me. Nice ball in for the Raiders. Oof, that's tight on the post, but nicely played by Tessa Roach. And then she sprints out to get that ball. So nice job by the Chippewa Falls goalkeeper. In these playoff matches, there are no ties. So if there is a tie at the end of regulation, then what happens is the teams will play 2 10-minute overtime periods. It is not sudden death, so they will play those 2 10 minutes regardless. And then who's ever winning at the end of those 2 10-minute periods will be the winner. If it's still tied, then each team selects 5 players for penalty kicks. If it's still tied after those 5 kicks for each team, then it's 1 kick at a time until someone takes the lead, and that'll be it. So you don't see it a lot, but you usually every tournament has an overtime game at some point. So Tillman with the throw. Just a different dynamic than the regular season when you have ties and things like that. Makes things a little bit exciting, but I've never liked shootouts. I don't like the way that ends the game myself. I'd rather they play it, but it is what it is because some of these games could go on forever. Oh, nice ball there. Great header by Ramthan. Ava Brown keeps it alive on the near side here. Raiders clicking well and making things happen here. Thank everybody again for tuning into the broadcast, and we have a nice audience in play right now, and just know that these games are also available to be seen online as well, so after the match. Appreciate all of our Chippewa Falls fans tuning in as well. Fort on it.
Okay.
A lot of pressure from Raina Fort, but all good, and end up being a throw-in for the Raiders. Ava Brown with a quick throw to Ramthan. Deflected out. Brown with a turn and brings it back to Tillman, which is a smart move. Very congested in that corner. blast by Tessa Roach there. Gets it out to almost midfield, but Tillman on it with a nice header. Ava Brown with the throw. Rampton with a little head over. Cleared by the Cardinals. But again, eventually picked up by Raiders defense. Tillman puts a left-footed cross into the middle of the field, but taken by Chippewa Falls. Fort, nice take and turn by, that's Maggie McConnell, sorry. That's up to Armando Rancinici. And an offsides call on the Raiders. Earlier this season, the Raiders had a game with like 18 offsides. I'd never seen anything like it. So every season brings some interesting things to see. But they've recovered well and gotten over that little epidemic of offsides penalties they had that game. Nice play by Salama back to Lindsay Ferrara, who gets it out to Haley Huntley. Halter on it on defense. Brings it out to Tillman, who gives a nice little one-touch out to Ava Brown. Just got it in some space. She's going to look for a cross. Nice left-footed play. Just a little too tight to the goal, though. That's handled by Roach of the Cardinals. Right about the 48-minute mark, 8 minutes into the half, about 32 minutes left in the match. Raiders of Hudson continue to lead 3-0. Tillman with a nice little step around move there and gets it into the middle. A little disruption, but Rancinici's back on it. Takes a shot from distance. Gets deflected. Raiders hold on to the ball though. Fort is on it without much pressure. Rancinici back on it. A little push from behind, I think, on Haley Huntley there, and that's going to be a free kick for the Cardinals. Little through ball. Good hustle there by number 3, Aubrey Wilhelm of the Cardinals, to just get and stay out in front and kick that ball out, and that'll be a corner kick for the Raiders. There's been a lot of good activity off corner kicks for the Raiders tonight. See if they can extend that streak here. Big ball up. A little bit further out on that one. Holter with a blast from distance, but sends it wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. And a corner or goal kick here for Chippewa Falls. A lot of screaming on that one. A little pick off, almost a good opportunity for the Raiders. Will be a corner kick here. Couldn't actually tell who was doing all the screaming, but it was loud. All right, looks like Haley Huntley lining up to take the kick. That's a nice kick. A little bit strong. Brown trying to keep it under wraps, but loses control, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Cardinals.
And for the Cardinals, number 11, Maisie Polzine. Number 14, Ashlyn Majeski. And number 20, Anna Ebner.
Comes a throw for the Cardinals, taken by Rancinici. He's queuing up and sending a hard ball in, low drive, kind of a shot slash cross. Play works well if it's a little more angled, but good attempt there by Rancinici. The key on that type of a cross is you want to angle it so that you can't, so the goalie just can't come out and get it, and at the same time pushing foul on Ramthen. Maybe a little more contact than necessary, but not an egregious foul there. And instead of a goal kick, they'll get a free kick. We're at about the 53-minute mark, so 13 minutes into the second half with about 27 minutes left to play. Raiders lead 3-0 over the Cardinals. Cardinals sending it up in their offensive end, trying to get something going here. Good takeaway there by the Cardinals, a nice cutback move. Trying to send a through ball through, picked off by Holter. Cardinals with some traction here, sending it back and getting a shot off, but a little too high and a little too long. So, Raiders avoid that attack.
Entering the game for the Raiders, number 4, Ella Bast. Number 17, Mattea Langenau. Number 20, Maddie Krusemark. And number 21, Lily Rouleau.
My apologies to Maddie if I said her name wrong. She joined the lineup today, so I will make sure I can pronounce her name correctly if the Raiders continue to play here next. Maybe I had it right, though. I don't know. If anybody out there in watching can let me know if I said that right, that'd be great. If not, no worries. Big throw in here for the Cardinals. Picked off by Rancinici. Back to Tillman. Nice left-footed cross for Tillman. Oof. Got it through, was a little bit high. Those can be hard to control, and you can't really shoot it if it's bouncing too high. Salama did the best she could. It was a great play, but it was kind of a screamer, and just at a height that's hard to control. That's soccer, though. You get all these great opportunities, but they're not as easy as they look sometimes. Salama on it. Out wide, turns a corner, gets around, gets across off, sneaks over, and there's a goal. Number 11, Rancinici, back on the board.
Number Mana Ransonici with the goal for your Raiders.
So, Ava Brown with the first goal of the game. Natalie Ramthen with the next two. And now Armana Ransonici with the fourth goal of the game for the Raiders. And a 4-0 lead here at the 56-minute mark. So we're down to about 24 minutes left in the match. Raiders lead 4-0. And there we go, David, the score. Thanks for pointing it out. Just announced it 4-0 Raiders now off the last goal. Two quick goals here in the early part of the first half for the Raiders, giving them that solid 4-0 edge. Roach with another save for the Cardinals. This is kind of that part of the game where Coach Gehring of the Raiders is going to want to be careful to not play her starters too long. Don't want to risk injuries for some of those players potentially, which can happen, and also wanting to get just some good playing time for other players. That's how you build your depth. That's how you build your program for the future, is to get as many girls as possible playing. And so we see another 4 subs ready to come in for the Raiders and keep things rolling. Raiders are graduating 11 seniors off this team, so there's going to be a lot of holes to fill. But what we've seen so far, Raiders are going to be just fine in the future with the underclassmen they have coming up.
Entering the game for the Raiders, number 5, Chloe Gregerson. Number 12, Kelsey Roeder. Number 16, Chloe Nell. And number 18, Alyssa Raven.
Good defensive play there by number 18, Joy Bainan of the Cardinals. And ball's kicked out by the Raiders. Will be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Ball just gets away from the Cardinal. Will be a Raiders throw-in. Not a lot of wind tonight. Not a lot of weather at all to contend with. And an eerily quiet here in Hudson Raider Stadium after all the rain we had. Miscue played by Langenall, bounced off, but yeah, I think there was maybe a couple inadvertent handballs in that exchange, but ultimately Cardinals will get a free kick here. It's number 21, Regan Palachat, getting ready to take that kick. Rouleau on the move on the outside. Nice little cross across, plays it off the Cardinals. Tessa Roach not able to really get her hands on it, so keeps trying to move that ball, but eventually it comes off the Raiders and will be a
In for the Cardinals, number 6, Cambry Buckley, and number 7, Akila Whalen, and number 25, Kinsey Irwin.
So Chippewa Falls replacing. Oh no! Wait a minute. I called that out wrong. It's the Raiders. It's in for the Raiders. 27.
In for the Raiders, number 27, Clara George.
So Hannah Kendhammer getting a well-deserved break. Played a lot of time in goal this season, and Clara George, junior goalkeeper, getting some time here in the regional tournament. So good to see Clara in the match. I was a little turned around on that. I thought that anyway. Corner kick here for the Raiders. It's like number 7, Maggie McConnell, gearing up to take this kick. We're at the almost 63-minute mark. Raiders continue to lead 4-0 over the Cardinals. McConnell with the kick, comes out waddle wide. Taken. It's number 12, Kelsey Roeder, trying to do something with it, but it kind of went off her foot weird and spun off high, and that happens. It's kind of moist field still from the rain today, so that ball's going to do some twisty things on all these girls, as we've seen. But quick play there by the Cardinals, but the Raiders pick it off. They get it out wide to Langenall, who sets up and takes a rip. Just probably about a yard wide. Not a bad attempt by Langenall. Keeps goalkeepers honest by taking some of those shots as well. So you, even though those longer shots are often low percentage, you got to take them sometimes. Rebounds happen, all kinds of things happen. If you never shoot, you never score. That's what I say. So got to take those attempts. Ball's coming out to Tillman. Sends it up the line hard, but the Raiders are going to get on it. Langenall with the throw. Back to Tillman. Big ball over. Rouleau on it. Nice settle. Good shot by Rouleau, and I think she knew she only had a brief second to rip that shot, so she did it, and unfortunately sends it wide. Good play by Rouleau. Moving into the 65th minute of the match. Send it out wide. Oh, tough bounce off the Raiders. Langenall met Chippewa Falls goalkeeper Tessa Roach. Ball spun around Roach, heading for the goal, but the rest of the Chippewa Falls defense there to save the goal that looked like was going to happen. So corner kick for the Raiders. Maggie McConnell at the 65-minute mark, queuing this one up. It's a little bit long. Raiders keep it alive, though. Bouncing all over the place. Chippewa Falls. Wow. Good persistence by Tessa Roach of the Cardinals, because that ball was all over the place and took a high spinning trajectory on her, but she was able to pick it up. So good job to Tessa. Raiders back on the attack. We're seeing a Raiders team here that will be a lot like what we see next year, it looks like. A lot of the underclassmen on the field here. Everything but the defense to some degree is looking like it'll be who we're going to be seeing on the field in the future here. And the way they're playing, it's looking good. Ball sneaks out. Lots of slipping and collisions, and it's all part of the game here when you're playing hard. We're at about the 67-minute mark. Let's see who else came in.
In for the Raiders, number 13, Morgan Monroe.
And see who else came in. All right. Ball is back in play. Chippewa Falls still doing all they can, trying to get something on the offensive board. Ball gets out wide. Ella Bast on the chase, saves it. Makes a nice move around, gets around the corner. Too much defense, though. Not a lot she could do there, but tough D by the Cardinals. They played well defensively, considering the Raiders have had 20 shots on goal. That's a testament to what Tessa Roach has done in goal, as well as the Chippewa Falls defense to keep the score this close. A few weeks ago, the Raiders beat Chippewa Falls 11-0, and the game ended at the 60-minute mark. So this is a big step up for the Cardinals competitively here with the Raiders. Big throw by Tillman. Up to Raven. Brings it back to Morgan Monroe. Maddie Krusemark there with a good attempt, but denied. I'm a little slower on the names because some of these girls have not played a lot, so it's fun to see them in the game, but I got to get their numbers and names down a little better. Now at about the 69-minute mark, Raiders continue to lead 4-0 over the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Quick blast in by the Raiders. Ball sent out wide again. Good quick turn there by Bast. I like that little pass she's looking to set in front of the goal there. Too much defense in the way, unfortunately. And another goal kick for the Cardinals. Ball comes in. Offsides call there, I guess. I was a little blocked, so I couldn't quite see it. I think that was number 13, Morgan Monroe, but it was close. Tessa Roach taking a big kick. Looking like it'll probably be her, as a senior, her final match, and she's gone out playing very well in goal tonight for the Cardinals. Regan Palachat in the center there with the ball, trying to figure out what to do, brings it back to her defense. Jillian Witt going to chase that down. They're going to try to reload and send it up the field again. See if their offense can get going here in the last. We're down to about 9 minutes now in the match. Ball sneaks through. Raiders able to keep it, and they send a night. That's actually a really great play, but unfortunately the Raiders were not trailing to make something happen. But that was a beautiful little setup play by the Raiders. Oh, lots of subs. Lots of subs. I missed them. It's like Natalie Rampton and Lindsay Ferrara back in for the Raiders. Caitlin Sanders in. And here we go. Connell on it, carrying it up. Now the Raiders, if we look ahead, it's looking strongly that with a 4-0 lead, they're going to walk out of here with the victory, which means the Raiders will host a game on Saturday. And it'll either be against Wausau West or Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. And we have played both these teams before. So Wisconsin Rapids was the first game of the season for the Raiders, which isn't always indicative of what you're going to see at the end of the season. But the Raiders did win that match 4-0. And then they played Wausau West back on May 10th, and that was a tie game, 1-1. So I think we're going to be looking at a very competitive match either way on Saturday. At this time of year, it often in those close games can really boil down to the readiness of the team. That's a nice ball in. Ferrara had the shot, kind of was a little, she had to sort of reach for it. She's got that cast on, kind of throws your balance, you know, so good attempt by Lindsay, but unfortunately couldn't quite get what she wanted on that ball. Almost think she was a little surprised that it came to her so wide open. That's often what can happen to an offensive player. It's not often you're that open with the ball at your feet. Down to about 6.5 minutes left. Tillman takes a blast from distance and sends it wide. But again, with the end of the season and you know the regulatory effect of school usually keeps these girls on a level keel, and boys too. But once summer hits, then it's sort of like who's still getting good sleep, who's following some good patterns to be ready to perform on a weekend game especially. So that can make or break you in a tight game. So we'll see what happens with the Raiders on Saturday. I'm going to guess that it'll probably be Wausau West. I'm guessing Eau Claire Memorial's going to win that match as well. And very likely, you know, again, nice play by Tessa Roach. Lindsay Ferrara right there again. It's been a good overall performance by the Raiders. Lots of good offensive attempts. Good passing to get the ball up the field. That's what you really need to do. That allows you to control the game to some degree as well. And you got to keep that in their sights for their future matches. We're now down to under 5 minutes in the match. Raiders continue to lead 4-0. Got a great contingent of viewers tonight, so thanks again for tuning into the River Channel. And you'll have to check in with your player or the Hudson High School website for more information on Saturday's game. Those games are usually at 1 o'clock, but sometimes they can be at 11 in the morning. Kind of depends on a lot of things between the teams this time of year, depending on what sort of other activities they have in place. Ramthen on it. Kind of aggressively from behind, no foul called. Raiders will get a corner kick out of this.
In for the Raiders, number 25, Lauren Voss. And number 14, Raina Fort.
All right, here we go. Corner kick is in. Ferrara trying to do something with it. Sneaks off, we're gonna call offsides. Thank you for your kind words, Catherine. Appreciate you as well and all of our listeners, and look forward to being back again on Saturday for the next game for these Raider ladies here. Good ball out. Going for the cross. That's a nice cross. Oh, Raina Ford with a heck of an opportunity. It's a beautiful play. Great header, just a little high. She had to kind of bend down, and that kind of made the angle, I think, with her head where it popped up. A lot of angles, a lot of physics in this game. Hard to figure it all out when you're running full speed. Here comes Ramthen. Sets up, takes a low blast. Nicely covered by Tessa Roach, who again is 23 shots on goal. That's a lot. And Roach has stopped 19. That's pretty darn good. So credit to her, credit to the Chippewa Falls defense, who's put up with this battle and done well. We're now moving into the last 2.5 minutes. To thank my colleagues Nikos and Derek on the technical side here for bringing you this match and setting everything up for me just to show up and talk. Big, again, Raiders keeping the pressure on to the very last minute. Big punt in. So folks, we will see you back on Saturday. Again, check the schedule out there. We will be broadcasting, and look forward to having you back. If you're Chippewa Falls fans, you should be proud of these girls. They played well tonight, and we wish them all the best of luck, the graduating seniors of Chippewa Falls, on their next steps in life, and look forward to seeing the rest of the girls back for soccer next spring. Chip in for the Raiders, header out. We're now closing in on the 1.5 minutes left in the match. Quick corner kick coming. It's another nice ball. Another good header on it. Ferrara on it. But just popped it up again. That's going to bring us into the final minute of the match here.
One minute.
Monroe on it. Nice little crossing pattern into Ramthen. Sends a big ball across, and there's a goal. There's a goal for the Raiders in the final minute. Oh, no, we have an offsides call, folks. The frustrating offsides call. So, yeah, got to take that score off the board. There we go. Start the clock. So the elusive offside strikes on that nice goal. A little accidental trip on Falls will give the Raiders a free kick with about 30 seconds left here. See if they can get that goal back. They were pretty excited for that. Big blast in. Whew, that was close. Sailed over the goal, and that's going to pretty much do it for us, folks. Thanks again. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Saturday.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank everybody for tonight's match, our players for a great match, our coaches, thanks to our training team on the sidelines, all of our friends around the field, collecting balls to keep the game going. We appreciate you. Our officials, thank you for calling a great match. Thanks to all of our parents and fans for showing up tonight. Raiders will be playing here at home on Saturday. Time to be determined, opponent to be determined. So we'll check the schedule and we'll see you all back here on Saturday. I'd like to thank our friends from Chippewa Falls for coming out here for tonight's game, and everybody drive safely.